Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green Zero here with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. That's right, we are back here today trying to bring you some more video commentaries. Of course, don't forget about the Kane's Wrath Online Open Challenge November, which is happening next weekend, the 2nd of November. The tournament did fill within the first 48 hours, but there is a reserve list, so if you want to play, head on over now to Kane's Wrath Online and put your name on that reserve list. Again, history shows us that there'll be at least 5 or 6 people that probably won't rock up who have signed up, so you'll probably get a spot in the tournament if you reserve yourself right now. Head on over there. The tournament is on Sunday, 2nd of November. That's 1 week from today, if this video does, of course, launch today, but we'll see how that goes. But we have a game here for you today. This one's interesting. We have I Love MILF and Warstorm, so these guys often team up a bit. Warcloud, as a lot of people refer to him now, thanks to me, and Panic. And where's his ally? Andre. So it's Panic Burger and Andre here. And it looks like we've got a big mix of factions here. So it's going to be Marked of Kane and Nod versus Zocom and Nod. So we're going to jump into this game here. We're on Forgotten Forest. It's really, really popular. By the way, guys, R10, big announcement. 1.02 plus R10 is on the way. CGF has confirmed it. And we have even more new crazy maps. Check out Predator's video. I'm going to link it in the description, so go check out Predator's video because it was awesome. I watched it. I'm like, oh man, that is insane. So check out his video, what's coming in R10. It's going to be awesome. But we have Andre over here playing as the Zocom faction, and his ally, Panic, is going to be Nod on the left-hand side. If we jump across the map, we are going to have, I believe that's going to be Warstorm as Nod, getting his militants out, not particularly strong, and MILF over here. Most likely a Mock, I believe. He was Mock. Click on everything here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Mock. But of course, Warstorm's refinery a little bit later because of course MILF will just go straight for a refinery. And props off to the tournament last weekend to Cybert, who had to call him Love Boat so he didn't yell out I love MILF to his neighbors all the time. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. I lost it when I heard that. But anyway, I'm just calling MILF because yeah, that's it. He's pretty crazy. Apparently the caps lock on his keyboard is stuck, so he always speaks in caps. I'm not sure, a lot of people thought because he's maybe perhaps Russian, he just yells all the time, but no, his caps lock, he has said it has been broken. But again, these guys just opening up here. It doesn't look like anyone's rushing or anything. The Zocom player doesn't have very much rush options. All the Nod factions, though, have got crazy good rush options, but it looks like Panic is going to expand without even putting down more power plants. There's going to be a low on power, but he's hoping to make up for it with his early move here. Meanwhile, MILF has the buggy out, Raider buggy out. He'll be the first person to do so because he's gone ref first. And he's going to roll into this base and he's going to see Zocom and Nod. He's like, well, the Zocom player clearly isn't rushing and the Nod player has too many harvesters to have rushed. There's 3 harvesters there now, so 4th harvester, mind you, comes out. So he knows that there's no bikes or anything out there. Of course, the MCV is gone. And if it was all in, it would be the second war factory. So Panic has deployed expansion. MILF is now moving. He is delayed though. Now he has got a second power plant. It's still not enough power, but with the power micro, he's got power back up. And of course, none of these harvesters are actually docking yet, so that's fine. So you gotta toss it up. I mean, 5th harvest is coming out now. Panic's already got it. His 5th harvester just came out then, so they're pretty even. But Panic is already down here. But of course, he had to build. He's got to build 2 power plants in a row basically to get back on top. And I think he's actually only gone for a 2nd power plant, and he's going to go for a ref. So he's really going to push it. Andre, meanwhile, using his allies' build radius down here. Buggy's just trading vision over here, but yeah, looks like, oh, we have tier 2 down here. Now, these guys are aware that there is a tier 2 here. Yes, they are. They can see it. So they can see there's tier 2, and that is going to be from Warstorm. So he might be going to, yeah, he's going to go into Scorpion tanks. There's a beacon there, so they're already aware of it. Beacons in 2v2s are good, especially if you don't have your ally on comms, or if you just want to signal something out, and if you do have them on comms. But you got to remember that the opponents can see the beacon, so Warstorm, if he's paying attention, will know that his double war factory has been scouted. He's not going to stop doing this, of course, but he's just going to be a bit more careful for the first engagement because he knows that his allies or his opponents are probably expecting it. Meanwhile, MILF is going Bike Buggy, so Scorpions for Warstorm, Bike Buggy for MILF. No one really taking advantage of the expansion just yet. They just pretty much moved down here, and Dozer Blades is halfway done. That's a really fast Dozer Blade, mind you. He's got no eco on his mind at all. Probably building a ref now. Meanwhile, Bike Buggy is out here for Panic. He's going for Blue Tip. He moved his MCV even further. That's interesting. So yeah, moves infantry. Oh, first engagement over here. First engagement right now, and it looks like MILF and Panic are going to be trading blows here. Nice maneuvering by both those players to keep the buggies out in front, because of course you want the buggies primarily there to tank the damage. They're only 500 bucks. They're literally the cheapest vehicle in the game. and they do bugger all damage, but they can suck up rocket damage very well. So again, having those out in front will draw the fire of the bikes. Bikes have basically zero armor. There's no armor on them at all. Meanwhile, Pitbulls are fighting Dozer-bladed Scorps, which is not a good idea. The Pitbulls will not lose that. There's a Predator tank or two in the mix now. Zocom, of course, 1.02 plus, can build whatever the hell they want and don't have to worry about the veterancy bugs. Thank you very much, CGF. But yeah, Buggy's now whipping around. Not sure about this. The bikes, I mean, it's good here by... it's very good what Wilf is doing here, again, because he's actually aiming to focus down some of these Buggies here, but he's losing some of his own, so pretty even trade here. A lot of bikes, and there is one Scorpion tank in there, but he is going to be making his getaway. Panic does not have that much. Meanwhile, the Predator tanks pull back. One of them very badly damaged. The Scorpion tank's taking a swing at them. Warstorm obviously has the ability to go into laser capacitors later on in this game. We'll have to see if he will do so, because of course it's one of those maps where tanks can do very well, but of course artillery and epic units at those contested center fields are always nice. Milf is getting attacked by these Pitbulls which have just run in. Now Panic didn't run into the Tiberian field. He's coming back. I can see him on the radar. He's coming back. The Pitbulls are actually coming around now, so Milf's going to have to defend this by himself. Warstorm is not here. He has no units here, so Milf is going to have to defend this by himself. He has a decent amount of bike. He tries to focus down a Scorpion tank immediately. Doesn't actually finish it off though. He might have to pull his harvesters back, although they are drawing fire for him, so that's actually good, and destroying a lot of these units here now. He's kiting back and forth. Warstorm is pulling his tanks now, and there is a pretty big battle going on here. Warstorm's coming in to save, or to assist, mind you, Milf, who's doing a pretty good job of holding this down. I don't believe he's lost any harvesters yet. He is getting shot up, but he is pulling them back, getting the stealth back on, going to the War Factory. That's a very nice play there from Milf, and Warstorm now will help him clean up. And yet that attack didn't really achieve any economic damage. I didn't see any harvesters go down. Not saying that none did go down, but nonetheless, what's happening over here? There's a beacon, but I thought maybe a flame tank, but no, nothing over there. But yeah, no economic damage was done, of course. They just drew a lot of... They bought themselves a lot of time by going in there. They traded, probably not economically. Again, Warstorm and Milf probably did more, or destroyed more units than they lost. And just not quite sure what he's doing as MCV. He packed it up and now he deployed it again because he's under attack. All right, there's a lot of tanks coming in here now. There's a lot of Predators as well. That's a big problem. Milf is trying to draft some EMP units here, and he gets an EMP blast off as well. And now these Scorpions are moving forward from Warstorm. Does he have enough to overwhelm this area? The EMPs are going to be critical here, but I can't see any more. Oh man, nice M5 Predator tanks. Oh, sorry, 4 Predator tanks and a Scorpion with one shot. And the bikes behind the Scorpion tanks are doing so much damage. They're just, oh no, the Milf needs to get those back. They're actually chasing. They're moving straight through that engagement. That was risky. Luckily, the Scorpion tanks finished off all the Preds, and wow, Panic and Andre really got hit for 6 in that one. The first attack was not too bad, but that one there, they really got dominated hard, and they had a really strong army as well, so it was very surprising. But Warstorm and Milf, very good engagement there. Scorpion tanks out front, bikes behind, EMP straight through the middle. We have beacons running around here. There's a Pitbull attack moving down here. Warstorm is going to have to move his harvesters. Meanwhile, laser capacitors is done. That is bad news. And Panic has no Dozer blades and no laser scorps. He needs to watch out for that Sonic Emitter, which just carved a huge hole through his army. He's going to try to focus it down, and oh no, he building blocks it out. These Scorpion tanks aren't being fired out in return. He could drop it. I reckon he can drop it before it can take another shot. He does get it. Meanwhile, Battlemark is raging over there. We have Pitbulls taking on laser scorps, which will never work. Not anymore. The laser scorps with Dozer blade and lasers, way too powerful for Pitbulls to even consider going and engaging those. And it's going to be a pretty even trade here. There's just not a lot of Scorpion tanks left, unfortunately, for Warstorm, so he's actually going to get whittled down, I think, here. He's trading pretty cost effectively. Yeah, might have to pull back. Meanwhile, there's an Obelisk here, which means there's a Conyard just there. What's happening up here? Milf is going in. He does snipe a Harvester, and then he's going to get out. This is a problem, though. There's a Marv out for Andre. Andre's got this field, and Panic is encroaching on the center field, so Milf is now making a move as well. I'm not sure what Warstorm's MCV is going to be doing. I can't see any movement over there. Battle marker down there. It's nothing serious. You know, Warstorm's actually going to contest, so we're going to have... This is interesting. Oh no, he's going to redeploy. He's just going to decide he's going to set up over here. Milf laser fields his Conyard for that extra armor, so he's in his for the long haul. Obviously, you'd expect that. Standing in Tiberian field, not good for your health over there. Andre's Marv is pretty far out of position. These guys moving down here now. Laser Scorp still trying to fight this. And Panic's got some obelisks. They're really far back though, so they can't do too much. If these guys pull out some artillery, they could be in a bit of trouble. There is, oh no, Harvester's here getting shot up. I'm not sure where that jet is going, but it's going to go up here. Minefield misses the Marv. It missed the Marv. Meanwhile, Milf now causing more damage. Panic's trying to harvest here, but he just can't get forward. He doesn't have the build radius there. His build radius is very limited. Even his ally cannot put Sonic Emitters where he wants them to. And here come the beam cannons. The beam cannons are coming out now by Milf, and this is a problem. Stealth towers come up. There's an obelisk there, and of course beam cannons do grenade type damage, so they will absolutely annihilate buildings. They completely dominate them. He needs to get up to about 4 of them, but you can see even 3 of them really doing a lot of damage here. He needs to watch the building blocking there. A nice placement over there. A lot of building blocking over there as well. Meanwhile, these guys holding on over here. Looks like Warstorm's going to go try sneak some Tiberium. He does have stealth harvesters, of course. And yeah, these beam cannons now doing a lot of damage. Avatar's getting EMP'd. There are some Scorpion tanks still here. And these guys aren't actually mining on this field, but nonetheless, Panic's going to need a stealth tower of some kind because he is getting actually destroyed here. And again, these beam cannons, he's got 5 of them. He needs to get them into position. There's even Warstorm is building the beam cannons. I'm not sure if they will link with allied beam cannons. I don't think they do. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure where these beam cannons are going, but Milf has sent them forward. And that's not really where he wants to go. Sonic Emitter comes down. Scorpion tank's trying to take it out. Milf is building Scorpion tanks completely unupgraded, and he will lose a few units here. But there's a nice gap here for them to go through. Meanwhile, Enlightened squads over here, they have got the legs, but they don't have the other upgrade, the supercharged particle beam. Completely destroyed all those units there, mind you. And now, yeah, there's a big, massive front here. These guys really closing in for the kill. What's happening over here? Not much. So yeah, a pretty extensive warframe. Look at all the lasers coming down. Obelisks, laser buggies, laser scorps, beam cannons. So many laser units coming down. They need to really focus. The beam cannons are splitting their fire quite a bit. And the building blocking now actually not really helping Milf out because beam cannons, of course, cannot shoot over buildings. He might get this ref. He does get a ref. One ref is down. He almost gets that harvester. He might want to commit. EMP units up here now. Doesn't do too much fire. So many laser beams coming down. Look at all the laser beams. It's just everywhere. And there's avatars over the other side as well. So these guys using heavy laser tech against one another. Meanwhile, the Marv is trying to move down here, but of course there's more EMP units over here. These guys still not harvesting over here, so no one's really harvesting that much. Andre does have the top field, but again, these beam cannons are starting to make a difference. And look at this, they do meld. The beams do meld from these two allies. They will meld beams. That's intense. So looks like there's actually 2 Warstorm beams there and 2 Milf beams there, so they will actually merge to do the damage that they need to do, and they will be able to take out this last obelisk. Here comes the Vertigo Bomber. Oh no, this could be deadly. This could get a lot of beams. It comes in and it gets 1 beam. That was close. Another one there. Doesn't one shot. Can't one shot the beams, unfortunately. Meanwhile, there's engagement over here. Andre's even got a rig to help him support his Marv. He has ceramic armor hammerheads. This could be a problem. Very big problem for these guys here, but they do have laser capacitors. It looks like Warstorm has laser capacitors. Oh no, Warstorm was the one who had it in the first place, wasn't he? Meanwhile, what's happening over here? Vertigo Bomb is causing problems. These guys moving up here. Andre is allowed to mine freely on this field. Not very well, but he's just starting to take advantage of it now. Meanwhile, these guys have this area, but they have no economy down whatsoever. There is a Redeemer out here from Milf. And look at these beam cannons still trying to go to town on these units here. Trying to do some damage. The Marv is camped out over here. There is a stealth tower which will prevent any further push in. Remember, they can't see these buildings. Vertigo bombers will go down. One of them gets smashed, yeah. Driving into Bite Buggy, probably not cost effective just to get a beam cannon or 2. There's at least 1 husk down there, or 1 destroyed unit. EMP equipped units over here. Are they going to fire it? They do fire it off. They even get the APC as well, so that's a nice pick up there. He isn't going to chain them, unfortunately, by the looks of things. And these units here, they do have EMP coils. Warstorm has EMP coils. And he's trying to EMP them. A lot of EMP going off, mind you. Hammerhead's coming in now. There are some, not Tib Core, sorry, but there are some AA batteries. And Andre is moving in. He's moving into his MCV. There's a lot of shooting going on. Nice EMPs from Milf. He's really been on point with those. Not sure where all his beam cannons have gone, but I think most of them have been cleaned up. Warstorm now looking for another End Blast. Doesn't get it. Beam cannon running forward. Not good to be there. Yeah, he gets killed straight away. Few obelisks here. There's actually 3 rigs. Andre rigs do not stack in terms of repair. And it looks like Panic is now dropping down some units here. And more obelisks coming up by both these guys. And these guys are going to move all these units. The Redeemer is coming across as well. And the rigs are actually repairing the hammerheads. And wow, this is a pretty big engagement here now. These hammerheads coming across. These guys need ground and they need air. AA. The Marv is pretty badly damaged. Even the Warfratch comes out, but it goes down. He does take it down. Vertigo Bombers do hit the Redeemer. They hit the economy here. Milf is finally harvesting over here, mind you. And he's getting attacked, but he has some units there as well. And EMP's coming down. I think these guys, obelisks, just are a better base defense to push with than Sonic Emitters. And I think they might be able to clean up. I'm not sure why a War Factory was placed there. He had so much repair with the rigs, it wasn't really necessary. Even EMPing down Panic's own obelisk here, so everything is focused over here. And look at this, just causing problems. He accidentally EMP'd one of his own harvesters, but it will get away. That's nice. Pulling back now, the Hammerheads looking for something to kill. Warstorm has a few buggies here, might be able to get a kill. No, not quite. No one's got Tib Core. Actually, no. Mind you, Warstorm does have Tib Core Beacon. No Beacon. He's might be beaconing to try to destroy that area there because he could do a lot of damage. But mind you, Milf is pulling back a lot of these harvesters to repair them. Still a lot of rigs all just cluttered up here. Again, giving stealth protection, giving repairs, but there's nothing much for them to do at this point in time. Bloodhounds got called in by the looks of things. Redeemer is here. It's still alive. These guys, are they refining? I'm not sure if they are refining. It looks like, no, they might not be refining. Oh, no, that's not good at all, is it? And, oh no, he's refining, so it's fixed itself, so he's lucky there. Vertigo almost flying over the top of this, but those Vertigos do belong to Panic. And we'll have to see what they're going to do. What's happening over there? Not too much. They're going to fly over to this base. There is double A over here, and it is Tib Core. If they fly over that, they might want to be careful. Oh, geez, very careful indeed. But there's no harvesters. They can't see the harvesters. They are stealthed. Of course, the Vertigos themselves are stealth. He might just try to force fire the ground. I'm not quite sure what he's going to go for. Really, you want to hit units, not just random power plants. They're not really worth it. Not really worth dropping the ammo on them, mind you. Stealth tanks now coming out by Milf. He does not have Tib Core. He has no Tiberium Core missile. Warstorm, meanwhile, is not continuing to push on this field. A lot of hammerheads here from Andre. He's got a fair bit of them. They're going to do a lot of damage, but of course, Tib Core needs to come out. The Redeemer now is still fighting. Spectre Artillery is coming out now, so Andre, he's losing the rigs. Yeah, the rigs are getting destroyed. He's actually trying to harvest on this field. That I can't see that ending too well. He just doesn't have support here. There is now Obelisks and AA units all around here. This base is a fortress, and he's got a Redeemer here, and he's firing outside of it with these units here. Stealth tanks now. Oh no, Andre is losing units to these stealth tanks, and they are stealth tanks from, I believe, Milf, and he does have Tib Core now. He does have Tib Core. Beacon down there, loses a harvester, unfortunately. Not sure who's been getting the blue field. It might have been these guys. And Pitbull's now running into Mills field. Nice EMP blast. He will lose at least 1 or 2 harvesters, but he's going to do a lot of damage. Another EMP blast. That's massive. Rage Gen goes off. Oh, the EMP. The EMP control. All these pits are just locked down, and even the EMP buggy is joining on the show. Meanwhile, another Marv is getting shelled. Actually, no, the MCV is getting shelled. There's only 2 Spectre Artillery. They will take a while to destroy a Conyard. The Vertigo Bombers might decide to go on and do something about that. They may very well be. They're flying over the top. There's Tib Core here. There's Tib Core. He drops in them. He gets both of them. That is massive. He gets both of them, so he takes the pressure off. He takes the pressure off this base, and that Marv is taking a ton of damage. Mind you, this stealth tank is moving back. I'm not sure what they've been doing the last minute or so, but they were killing harvesters before and just pulling back into that base. But yeah, it does save the Marv. Artillery units are gone, and he might be looking to rebuild some of those. Panic has... He's got a Redeemer, he's got 2 avatars, a bit of Tiberium on this field, mind you. They could do something about that, but these guys really need to start refining this field a bit more. Milf is, of course, he does have double ref now, and his harvesters are all packed full of Tiberium. They are docking, giving him much needed funds, but Warstorm doesn't have much to go with, does he? And now these Pitbulls are running in, and he's losing his power grid. He's losing his power grid. Oh no, he's going to lose his tier 2 as well, which means he can't place down any more of these. He might just have to sell out. There's still a SAM turret there. Might be able to do a little bit of damage. Milf is now trying to drop down these units here, and every hammerhead they can destroy is going to be great for them. And there's another turret there which does force him away. He could have probably focused it down, but he's going to run a lot of these guys pretty heavily damage again. You don't really want to lose this entire commitment of hammerheads. And he doesn't focus that last turret down. He does now, and he should be able to clean these guys up here. But again, he's just getting torn up a little bit too much on these units over here. Meanwhile, there's a epic unit push. Marv trying to get away, but it ends up reverse moving around that rig, and it's taking a lot of damage. Beam cannons are coming back out. I had to power down this disruption tower, which is really bad for him. He really doesn't want to have to power that down, because this whole base will be revealed now, as long as these guys do have vision on that. More AA turrets coming down now, and yeah, it looks like these guys now moving in. Double obelisk here as well. There's just not a lot here. Milf is fighting pretty much by himself. Warstorm has a single obelisk down here, but he has no power at all. Most of his base got hollowed out, and these guys are moving into this base here. They're pushing in. The Marv is almost dead, so mind you, if they can take that out, it might be worth something. There's 3 beam cannons here. EMP's the Redeemer. EMP's the Redeemer. He needs to clean up the Pitbulls, because if he can clean them up, he can prevent the stealth detection, and he can just wall in front of this stealth tower, and then these units won't be able to shoot him too well. And the beam cannons now trying to focus, they're focusing down avatars, too much power, too much armor, mind you. Sorry, the EMPs are intense from Milf. Might want to be careful. He's going to end, he accidentally EMP'd his own epic unit then, and he is losing these beam cannons. This avatar could just quickly just like take the beam off that one there and be super powerful. But yeah, nonetheless, it looks like the Redeemer here is going to go down from Milf. Rage Gen goes off just as it goes down, so that will cause a lot of damage from these guys here. Now the Marv destroying a lot of these avatars, mind you, so that's not too good. And the Marv does go down. The Marv drops, so Panic is the only one with the epic unit left. Even the stealth tanks are starting to fight now. They're being forced to fight, and they're going to pull back now. None of the stealth tanks go down. 2 avatars over here. 1 beam cannon remains, and they will be trying to fire at these units. He should kill everything except for the Redeemer, because the Redeemer's got the most health. He needs to thin it out. Few EMP buggies here by Warstorm. There is, mind you, a lot of Tiberium over here, which Warstorm is actually starting to get, and he's trying to do anything he can to support Milf. Milf is now the powerhouse on this team here, so it's getting really desperate. And just gonna rearrange myself a little bit here, because this one is definitely definitely getting intense. And yeah, finally these guys starting to push in. Looks like Andre's got the guts to move forward now. He's going to move forward. There is, again, one beam cannon. Avatars are here. There's a few tier 3 base defenses moving his MCV forward. No doubt a obelisk drop will happen when this happens. There's actually no AA over it. Sorry, there's one AA turret. If these guys could see that there's just not much AA. There's 2 AA turrets here from, and he puts the shrine down. I think he's getting ready to drop drop another stealth tower because he doesn't have his stealth tower here. And the power goes down for Milf. That is not good at all. He's losing. Yeah, these hammerheads are now moving behind. He's going to lose the tech center, so that's really big bad news for him now. I'm not sure if he's got EMP coils, but there is a one Spectre artillery, probably not going to make too much of a difference. Even Mammoth tanks coming in here now. EMP's going off from Milf. Try and do anything he can to shield this one out. Follow-up chain EMP, which is very nice, but meanwhile these hammerheads do clean up most of that. Warstorm desperately trying to defend these last power plants, which he will be able to do so. Hammerheads have been worn down a little bit, and we'll have to see if these guys can actually defend this area now. EMPs are just crazy. That one Mammoth tank is probably going to go down, yeah, momentarily. That rig is there now, actually getting repaired by the other rig. Or no, sorry, that War Factory there does deploy, and of course they will repair their allied units. And here comes that Spectre artillery, drops it on those avatars, does a lot of damage. Avatars immediately pull back, and yeah, selling off of these buildings has just been intense. Another EMP blast. That must be really frustrating. The sheer amount of EMP that these guys have been hit with has just been slowing them to a crawl and doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, there's still beam cannons. There's 2 Spectre artillery here by Warstorm, so he's got 2 of them now. Really, the only artillery units in this area here. Panic has no artillery units, and there was a beam cannon somewhere. I'm not sure if it is still going. But yeah, he's really starting to pop those shots over there. He's now got 3 Spectre artillery, so he's going to be able to do some work with those. He should focus down the War Factory. Actually, no, he's going to go for these Obelisks of Light, which is good, and he is splashing these areas down. Meanwhile, what's happening over here? Something just got shot down. I think one of the Spectres got destroyed by a Vertigo bomber. There's some wreckage over here. I can't even see what it's from. But yeah, they are pushing them slowly, ever so slowly, pushing them off this base. These Spectres are dug in really tight. Warstorm has Obelisk here. He should be able to push this back, but Milf has actually been defeated, mind you. I didn't realize that. He has actually left the game, so Milf leaves it to Warstorm. I would have thought Milf would have been maybe the better one to finish this off, just because he still had the most amount of equipment left. And oh, he's actually, these beam cannons need to actually pull back. That's probably not the greatest thing going around to let those guys die. Spectre now loading up for a shot. They are getting shot at by the Marv. Oh no, so Warstorm now, I think it's broken without his ally Milf here. It's 2 against 1, and he doesn't quite have the... it's going to take a lot of control here. There's massive base here, mind you, so there's like tons of buildings, but they are slowly but surely losing this area here. Engineers coming out, they do have fast legs, but yeah, Warstorm's starting to lose his grip. This MCV is probably going to go down shortly. Spectre artillery will be trying to fire. It is a veteran one, so it's done a lot of damage. Actually firing at that power plant there, yeah, finally Warstorm realizes that he is pretty much lost out there, and that is going to be the end of the game. So wow, super intense 2v2 there. Seen some great battles on this map, and yeah, I felt every player played really well there. I thought Milf and Warstorm probably deserved to maybe win that game. Now look at Andre's resources. Oh man, that is ridiculous. Andre got so many resources. It didn't even feel like he had that much money. But his resources were off the chain. That is just crazy. I can't even explain that. Andre got $230,000. Everyone else got about $150,000. So you got about $80,000 more than every other player in the game. That is crazy. Yeah, everyone else got about 150, so it's about right. 375,000 to his team. About 295,000. So about what do we got here? 80,000 in favor of Panic and Andre, which is significant. It's a 21-minute game, I believe. Yeah, 22 minutes basically. But that was a really good game, really intense. Everyone played really well in that game, and yeah, maybe felt that Milf and Warstorm could have been a bit more rewarded for their efforts there. Again, most of it was really focused on the middle of the map, like it usually is. Not a lot of going around the back for Milf and Warstorm. Could have popped a few stealth tanks around there. I know they did go into Andre's field. That might be what this little glitch is here. But again, maybe some more around the back things, some flame tanks and things like that. It was very direct, and they didn't quite have enough. I mean, they went artillery, which was good, but the control of the beam cannons could have been better. It was good enough, but it could have really punished. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to sign up to the Cain's Wrath tournament. And yeah, I'm Green Zero, and I'll see you all next time.